Spring cleaning your finances. What's this about?
Well, just like we were talking about, whether you're decluttering the house
Yeah.
or I was doing the garden on the weekend, we got to do the same in our finances. And so at this time, we were always advising people, hey, take a fresh look at that and dive into those finances.
All right, so what are we looking for when we're spring cleaning? Have we accumulated some trash somewhere?
Well, you might have. Think like the garden where you're weeding. I find more often than not, stuff is growing across the year into our finances. And so whether it's that your income's changed for good or for worse, or whether it's your expenses, we all know food's going through the roof at the moment, just to name that one that everyone's got and always talking about. But it might be other things. So we always say, let's go back to that budget that hopefully we had coming into the year. And let's take a look at that. How are we tracking against that plan? Let's do a review. We often say start with pulling up your automatic payments, having a look through those, which ones are still relevant. We're looking at our subscriptions, and we're coming back to that whole, that one we all love, needs versus wants. You know, what's really going on there, and maybe it's time to do some weeding and pull some of those out.
The moment you said that, I was thinking about subscriptions. I know there's one in particular that I have had, I want to say for years. It's been at least 5 years. So as a throwback, just so you know, so we can connect better as individuals. I had a podcast before I did radio.
Ooh.
And so there's about 50 or 60 episodes that have been uploaded onto a platform called SoundCloud, which I pay about $18 a month and have done. And when you consider $18 a month over the course of a year, suddenly I'm just shy of $240.
Wow.
For something that I don't promote, that maybe 7 people a year might actually accidentally stumble across and find. That feels like prime spring cleaning.
That is, grab that weed. Just rip that out. I've got one as well that we were looking at over the weekend to pull out, just another subscription. And this is the point of it, right? Is to stop, look, declutter. And as we do that, we often talk about the role of the goals, right? Because when it comes back to looking at our finance, we're saying what's anchoring us, what's guiding us forward in this. And so whether maybe you've achieved your goal for the year at this point, maybe you don't have one, it's not too late to reset one, revisit it, making sure it's measurable, achievable, meaningful to us in those ways. But hey, maybe one that we all can fix our eyes on. Spring means that Christmas is around the corner. So Christmas, summer, your holiday, whatever you're planning for, it's not too late. As you look at that budget, assessing your income expenses, what's the goal that's going to anchor you and serve you in your decision-making moments?
This was going so well, and you've given me PTSD. I hadn't even thought about it.
I just heard you've just got another $240 towards Christmas. So your family is listening going like, oh, we're going to get more presents. That's what I just heard from this.
Wow, well played. So we're talking about spring cleaning your finances, mate. So we've been a bit high level on this one. Let's get kind of granular here. I'm using a budgeting app here. I'm going through line by line on my bank accounts. Like, what am I doing?
Look, whatever is your jam. Everyone, when it comes to finances, everyone's got their unique approach. We often go for more of the principles. So when we're looking at that, whether it's your bank account or whether it's your budgeting app or whether it's your online tool, maybe you're using the Cap Money online tool, just a plug for that. We use the saying, cut back, cut costs, and cut out. So, hey, that fits nicely with our spring theme today, doesn't it? we're talking about that. Where can we cut back, which is sort of do less of something, cut costs, do it cheaper, or cut out completely, or remove it. So your SoundCloud example before, just remove it completely.
Yeah.
Whether it's doing finding a cheaper way to do something, we've talked about power switch, or if we're doing that cutback, maybe we want to do something less frequently in that. So whatever's going to give you that visibility over your budget for you to start looking that through and having that needs versus wants conversation with yourself or in your household, that is where we're going to start on our spring cleaning.
Something that comes to mind while you share that, and I think is helpful to tie in with our discussion around goals here, is that it's not really just though about living less of your life. I think something that maybe puts people off is like, but you mean I can't do anything fun anymore? Like I can't go out, I can't eat anywhere. And so we'd rather just, I don't know, put our fingers in our ears and go la, 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 than stop doing anything. But if you've got clear goals, it gives you the sense of being able to take stuff away from here so you can do the stuff that really matters. You're sacrificing the kind of piddly incidental stuff you don't really need, so you can do the big stuff you really want.
Absolutely. If you are looking at your budget without a goal in mind, it's going to be really why. It is that anchor that provides our way forward. And as you say, most of us, when we think of budget, we think, oh man, doing something I don't really want to do.
Yeah.
So that goal is the motivation of why I want to do this, why I'm going to even spend my afternoon, evening, morning sitting down, looking through finances and prioritizing. It's so that you've got something that you're moving towards in that way, whether it's debt repayment or savings goals. Make sure it's meaningful to you. Otherwise, those weeds are just going to keep growing back in.
Yeah, I've heard it once said that you're either moving away from something or towards something.
That's it.
And so to have that in mind, I mean, speaking directly to the work that you do through CAP, you're sitting down alongside people. If you're wondering about this, by the way, you should know this is still something your team do with people as well, right? It's not like, hey, look, I've got trouble with my money. All right, well, very naughty, slap on the wrist, don't do that anymore. You guys help set goals as well. So what kind of goals have you had people come back with that your team's been able to get them working towards?
Oh, it's everything from I want a netball uniform for my daughter to I want to be able to go and see family overseas that I haven't seen for a very long period of time. So it's all about it's got been meaningful. Yes, there's the classic I want to own a house, but let's start in that achievable sense, particularly if you're early on in your journey. Something that you think you could achieve in the next few months will help set the right habits around your approach to finances.
Nice. And just imagine not having all those random payments sucking away your $10 or $20 so you can do something that's way cooler.
Well, your SoundCloud is a perfect example of that, just to keep coming back to it. And look, if you are sitting down and looking into that and you're finding that you're going like, I don't know where to start, check out capnz.org, find out where there's a free Cap Money course for you to support you in setting up that picture and that plan. And if you're digging into your finances and you're going, this looks much worse than I thought it was going to be, particularly around debt and those things, from 1st of September next week, that's Monday coming, beginning of spring, we've got fresh availability in our debt help service. So
how cool.
For those,
great to hear.
If you are looking at that and you are going, man, I am doing it tough, from 1st of September next week, give us a call, 0508 227 111.
Amazing. I hope you enjoyed that as much as we did.
Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe and turn your notifications on so you don't miss the next video.
We'll see you in the next one.